all the data in UDICE and the OSS has to be same. So this year, in fact from last year, they are very particular that you have to update the UDICE also. A CBSE school was not supposed to update UDICE portal. But now they have to update the UDICE also. So it gives you the information for the entire state. So it gets connected to you with the state. Okay, so this information, what you are updating in UDICE, again talks about your teachers, students, and a number of extra things. So these are two important portals. Any doubt in here? Okay. Now, when we have to run a school, do you think we can run a school like the way I want? So admission starts. Okay, mostly in the month of Jan-Feb. Okay, so when the admission starts, finally you see that okay, your data is for class 1. This way you have 200 students. So they have a portal, they have a place where you need to assign the data for grade 1 student. So you need to do the changes. Grade 2, what is the strength for the year, boys and girls. So everything you need to keep on changing it. You have added a sports wing, you have to immediately update in that. You have a school health and wellness teacher, maybe the teacher resigned, somebody else has joined, then you please change the names. Okay. Your principal was working from last 10 years, but now the principal is no more, somebody else has joined in place of that principal. That principal has joined some other school, so change the data of principal. Trustees have changed, management have changed, anything. All these changes, we are going to do it in the OSS portal. So anybody who wants to know about the school will just go to OSS, will open the portal and check all the details. Got my point? Okay. Now have you heard of you that yes, no objection certificate I'm issuing to this particular person stating that yes, on this land they can have a construction with this level of buildings. Maybe they can have 2 floors, 3 floors, or maybe it is 5 acres, so they can go with 2 acres of construction, all this. So mandatory compliance, if you see, all these are compulsory government documents. When I'm talking about government documents, it has to be issued by government only. Sir and I myself cannot issue. I'm a CBSE resource person, but then also I cannot issue. Sir is a principal, he also cannot issue. He is working as a principal for 50 years. Still he cannot issue that. It has to have from a government office institute, right? So you have the safety and sanitary document. There's a certification which says that yes, they are matching with all the safety norms. Okay. There's a fire safety certificate. Okay. So what happens? The fire certificate team will come here, will do the analysis. Do we have those extinguishers there in the school or not, working or not, whether they are expired or not. So we get those certificates. Okay. Do you have those guidelines followed as per the Act? There are no specific space class on. Okay. So need to have a ramp. Okay. So that the students can walk like that. Okay. Suppose you have a blind candidate, a partially blind candidate also. You need to have signage boards. You know what are signage boards? Have you seen those tactile flooring and all? You know what is tactile flooring? I'll show you. They're little different from the normal. Now I want to, there is a tactile flooring here. So it's a different path. So when I walk on this, or when I walk on a tactile flooring, I'll understand the difference. So if I can't see also, then also I will, based upon the tactile flooring, I will just walk on that. I'll understand that I'm walking on tactile or I'm walking on a normal plain flooring. Okay, so this kind of flooring is mandatory. Then you have a sign language boards. So you have seen where, okay, can you see these dots? Where? Okay, okay. So you need to have these signboards at a particular height. There's a distance, like from ground you need to have this at a particular height. You cannot keep it down, means you cannot have a board downside. This is the correct answer. But you don't have to hesitate. You don't have to tell me, or you don't have to sit like that thinking that, oh, ma'am will say that I don't know this much also. It's okay. You don't know, like ma'am doesn't know multiplication or division. Nah? I said, no. Tomorrow I'll ask you, so I'm giving her 24 hours, right? So, what was my question? I forgot. I memorized. I have this very less memory. Oh, yes. I have less memory. I am that type of student maybe. So you have to help me out. So in your class also, if you have special students, you should see that you should help them out. So I was asking you, what is the difference between a counselor and a special educator? Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Yes, ma'am. 11th and 12th next year, or should we stick only till 10th? We should not have 11th and 12th next year. We will only go with the 10th class. Shall we have annual function this year, or we should go only with the sports semester? All these discussions related to your school should be decided by the, right? You have a squad. Other management, other committees, you know, disaster management, school curriculum committee, all HODs are part of school curriculum. School inclusion committee, which takes about your CWS and candidates. So special educator and teacher and HODs will be there. What is SQUA? Please write down the full form. School Quality Assessment and Assurance. F. You put F also, framework. SQAAS. You write SQAA. You talk about discount. Okay. So don't you go to this shopping malls and all where you have these discount tags? Do you see those discount tags and all? Yes. Okay, not even shopping malls, anywhere you go. You go to any gold showrooms also, you will have so many discounts. On your diamond jewelry, you will have 15% discount, 20% discount. Okay, you go to a cosmetic shop, 50% sale is going on, discount. So what do you mean by discount? We have this concept of discount, I think in 8th class maths. If I'm not wrong, 8th class maths teachers can correct me. I think it is in 8th class profit loss discount, right? 7th also. Okay, so it is in 7th class also. Instead of just teaching them the word problems, or okay, if discount is given, if profit is given, if loss is given, you have to use this formula. Don't teach them like that. First, give them some practical knowledge. Okay. Now, science teachers, raise your hands. Okay, only one. Oh, so many science teachers. Which class do you teach, ma'am?
1 and 2.
Somebody from
7.
Okay, so you have this separation of substances.
Yes.
You have separation. You have filtration.
Yes.
Okay, what else you have in separation? Okay, so can you show these topics practically in the lab?
Yes.
If you don't have a lab, can you show them into your classroom? Before teaching them theory, can you teach them first practical? Once they see what are we doing it, then they understand, oh, it's separation. Then you can go to the theory. Don't you think it is easy for them to understand? If I want to teach you cuisine, okay? Correct.
So that every day how their mother will
Tea.
eat rice.
Correct.
So that I have
Rice, you make tea, you use tray. Now, do you think practical learning is important?
Yes.
Do you think it is useful?
Yes.
If suppose I want to teach you any type of cuisine and I am telling you, okay, note down the recipe. You have to bake a cake, okay, and the recipe talks about these are the ingredients. You have to mix this, that, this, these are the steps. This is one way I am going to teach you, okay. The second way, I will make my kitchen here only. I will show you. I will demonstrate. Which way do you feel is better? Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe we are doing it and we are learning. So that is a better way. Okay. So CBSE is trying to tell you the same thing. As a teacher, you need to understand that if you have to teach students anything, you have to see that you should take it through activity way. Okay. So when we talk about skill subjects, how many of you know driving? How many of you know driving? Car driving? Car driving. Ma'am, you know? Ma'am, can you tell me about the bonnet few things? Bonnet. The car bonnet is there, no? Then you have some parts and... can you tell me something? Inside. Bonnet. You don't know. Okay. So now suppose the engine, suppose you are stuck somewhere. What will you do? We have not learned the practical theory at all. Right?
Yes.
Very easy, very interesting. Now, we started this skill subject last year only in our school. So what we did, we took the interest from the teachers only. We spoke to them and we asked them. We did not speak about the skill subject at all. What we did, We just asked, what is your interest? There are people who said we are interested in cuisine. There are people who said I was interested in hotel management. There was one teacher who said I was very much interested in tours and travels. I did this degree also, but because I got married and finally my husband also was into tours and travel business, I could not pursue my career into this because I get competitors, right? So now she was sharing all these things with us. So what we did, we took their interest, then we decided, okay, we can give this particular subject to this particular teacher. So based upon your interest, you are more interested in this, but definitely you could not do. So I think if I'm going to give you something which is of your interest, maybe you will like it also. So it is not fixed that you have to take this subject because you are a social teacher, you should take tours and travels. No. If you would like to take cuisine, you can take cuisine. If you love gardening, how many of you do gardening? Good at gardening? Good at gardening? Oh, no? Good at gardening? Okay. So there is a very interesting subject here, herbal heritage, in 6 to 8. Okay. So it is so good when you take your students outside and give them some practical knowledge, they develop that understanding. Okay. So that understanding can be used and integrated with any of the subject also. Got the clarity on skill subjects? Okay. Now we'll see the website. How do you have to go here?
Where you want to basically? You must choose.
We want to change our society.
You want to?
In India only, madam.
In India, yeah. పొద్దున్న లేచిన దగ్గర నుంచి ఏం చేస్తామా అన్నం తినకుండా ఎవరైనా
విద్యార్థికి మనము విస్తృతమైన పరిధిని కల్పించాలి. కేవలం తరగతి గదిలో ఆలోచించే విధంగా కాకుండా విద్యార్థి బయటకు అంటే విస్తృతమైన పరిధిని విద్యార్థులలో డెవలప్ చేయాలి. అంటే అన్ని విధాల ఆలోచించేటట్టు చేయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ విద్యార్థుల్లో బట్టి మెథడ్ కాకుండా వాళ్ళ యొక్క అనుభవాత్మకమైన విషయాలను మనము తరగతి గదిలో చెప్పేలాగా ప్రోత్సహించాలి. విద్యార్థులలో గుణాత్మకమైన విలువలను ప్రోత్సహించాలి. అంటే విద్యార్థులు విశ్లేషణాత్మకమైన అవగాహనతో కూడిన విషయాలను చెప్పేలాగా ప్రోత్సహించాలి.
All the topics, whatever the topics which are present in the curriculum, and the children should improve the knowledge to calculate and organize and apply their acquired skills in their daily life situations. It also includes understanding of the principles and problem solving and reasoning. So, basing on these standards of mathematics, so the CBSE board curriculum has divided the mathematics into 2 parts. One is about the standard maths and one about the basic maths. So, according to their standard of knowledge, so they can choose their subject in the coming +1 and +2. Thank you.
So already started explained about the languages. So coming to the part of the main area now. So whatever the things are in the book, I read the book, the handbook yesterday. If I am going to give the same thing as it is, you all are the learners who can read it, the same words. But what I understood, the CBSE curriculum is providing the holistic development of the child. So whatever it may be the subject, it may be the optional, or it may be the language, or it may be the skill education. How we are bringing the subject to the child, that is a very, very important in terms of CAP. What is meant by CAP? Creativity, intellectuality, and the psychomotor skills. So, and along with this, how we are integrating the subject with the help of the inclusive education and with the 21st century skills, including the ICT also. This is the way how we are going to develop the child education, and which is leading towards the vision of each and every school under the CBSE board. Thank you very much. Whatever it may be the subject, every subject includes all the things respect to the subject. I am going to talk about the science, energy and power, and how these are helping the child to recognize the real life examples and how they are converting that subject into the innovations which are helping. As of now, I am holding a gadget from a large one-room computer to I am able to manage the computer in my single hand. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
child get a deeper understanding and make meaningful applications and succeed. Thank you. One, we have life skill. It includes flexibility and self-awareness and productivity and the leadership. So everybody in CBSE school need to give the awareness about this 21st century skills. Why? Because by using these skills, students can enhance their skills and they can think mathematically and artistically, and they can solve the problems like in the real life situations. And regarding this clear information, the CBSE board already they given the handbook. It is available in the CBSE portal, and we have critical thinking.
What I want you to do is, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to walk towards the academic block. Okay, get your eyes closed. Get your eyes closed. Okay, now close your eyes, please, sir. Now I'll just rotate you a bit. Okay, once more. Once more. Yes. You can start walking, sir.
He's seeing through his eyes, through his closed eyes. Hey, take care, he will fall down.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
But madam has so beautifully put into small themes, gave you work one day before, after introduction, and you were asked to present, prepare, write as a manuscript, and come and present. The whole exercise is full of energy. Everyone prepares, but one beauty is that when one comes and speaks, all others will learn. You learn all the 15, 20, 25 themes, at least you shall get introduced to. That's point number one. Point number two, you have a lot of literature to study under each topic, a lot of literature. But then as a teacher, having all the technical resources, how do you customize or adapt your presentation to the time so that the key elements are not ignored? The most important key elements, subheadings, headings, important characteristics, principles, values are not at all ignored. That's the most important point. You all should remember whenever you are presenting 90 seconds or 60-minute presentation. This is a number two. Of course, it does give you confidence. It does give you organizing ability, how to organize your presentation, communication, choice of words, and then making a presentation. And most importantly, please ensure that when you are presenting, does it make sense to the listener or not? If it makes listener to the sense, then your presentation and communication definitely is valid. But if it is not making connect, if you are not able to make connect to the audience, I think there is something amiss with regard to the presentation. Now I am speaking to you, if I don't connect to you, that means there is something wrong with my presentation, not with your listening. So the way I invite you to my talk, make you connect emotionally or holistically, where you are engrossed into it, in which case learning will happen 100%. That's how it is. So it's a very good activity, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you all of you. Thank you.
You all have to give feedback after the session to the CBSE. That's yesterday we were working on the training portal, right? You need to keep your credentials ready, Oasis credentials, whatever you have, user ID and password. You need to borrow from sir and you have to use those to go to the feedback portal and give feedback on my presentation as well as Renu ma'am's presentation.
We are talking about skill education. As ma'am said yesterday and today, we are more familiar about this topic, right? So, firstly, we need to go into the website called cbse.nic.in. Then the 6 boxes will be displayed over there. if we press on skill education, there are list of 7 things present over there. So those all 7 things we are telling the bullet points as displayed in the second chart. Those are the 7 list of things. Okay. So when we click on skill education, as I said, 7 tabs will be visible. There are latest circulars and notifications present over there. If you press on latest circulars and notifications, what the training sessions will be present, then we can watch over there. Also, the information about awareness programs and teacher trainings will be present in that tab. Okay. Then my colleague Shruti will be continuing about the.
Good afternoon, everyone. All the teachers. What's wrong in that first is stream of studies. In stream of studies, 5 compulsory subjects are present here. In that, 2 languages like Telugu, Hindi, and English, and all the 3 subjects are main, basic, math, basic, and standard, science, special. And then coming to next, 6th subject is a skill subject. It is added optionally. In that options, AI, handicrafts, and handicrafts and potteries, etc. all are added in that. From that we can be selecting any one subject. And next, 7th subject is the language. The language, 3rd language is selected from other than the above languages. Either it is Telugu, Hindi or English, which is not selected from the above subjects. And coming to 8th subject, it is an art education. 9th is the health and physical education.
Thank you, madam. Here I am going to tell you, and one more thing here. In the first one, the subject is replaced by skill subject in 10. If the student failed in 10 any main subject, the subject will be replaced by the skill subject. And coming to the list of skill subjects, here there are so many list of skill subjects according to their grades. So list of skill modules offered in 6 to 8 classes. For example, artificial intelligence, handicrafts, IT, pottery, like that. So many subjects are there. And here list of skill subjects modules offered in secondary school classes. Those are 9th and 10th. The same thing, information technology, beauty and wellness, healthcare, such that. But there is an important one. The evaluation part is theory will be 50 marks and the practical will be 50 marks. And here the list of skill module offered in the senior secondary. This is in 11th and 12th classes. The same subjects, same list of subjects are there. So according to their selected subjects, the assessment is here. Theory will be 60 marks and practical will be 40 marks. Thank you, madam. Then follow the next.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we are going to start introducing the subjects. So yesterday, as ma'am said that introducing the subject should be done either in 9, because once when the introduction of the subjects has been done in 9, it will come and reflect in the 10th grade. That is LOC. That is list of candidates. LOC. There, after we get the LOC from the board, then if any changes are to be uploaded, then we need to go for the changes. That's the next. The same thing applies for grade 11 and 12. So in the 11th grade, we need to add the subjects. And suppose if you want to go for any change, then we need to wait for the next year and then get it changed in the 12th grade. This is about introducing the subjects. I hand over to my colleague.
Regarding the qualification of skill subject teachers, CBSE recommends that after 8th class there is no requirement of skill-based subject training. If a teacher is interested to teach a skill subject, he can choose. It depends upon him. He can choose artificial intelligence, he can choose beauty and wellness, he can teach any subject to the students up to only 8th class. But when it comes to the 9th and 12th class, a teacher should be specialized in his subject. He needs to have minimum graduation. He should have a graduate to teach a skill subject. That recommends CBS. Thank you.
And now we will follow with what career and education pathways a student can get. So there are total 39 subjects with their course in this skill education. They have mentioned particular career opportunities according to selected subjects such as retail industries and its sector, etc. Students can choose their career as PG, UG according to their choice and their selected subject offered by different colleges.
Good afternoon, everyone. Activity partner. It is an online entrepreneurship program collaborated with Udayini Learnership. It enhanced these innovative skills. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Nice. Okay. Next.
All the coordinators and my dear colleagues. Today we are here to explain about SQUAF, and I now welcome the Deepika ma'am to introduce about it.
SQUAF, the full form of School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework. It is a comprehensive framework designed by CBSE to assess and improve the quality of schools. It also provides a roadmap for schools to identify the areas of strength and weakness and work towards achieving excellence in all aspects.
So my topic is about the vision and mission of the SQUAF. So before going in detail about the vision and mission of the SQUAF, there is one quotation is that when learning and teaching continuously improves, everything will improve. So the main vision of the SQUAF is to provide a quality education to the students by undergoing a self-assessment and also evaluation of the school. So this is the main vision of the SQUAF, and the mission is promoting interconnectedness like among the stakeholders. Hope you know what is the meaning of stakeholders, like parents, teachers, and also the staff members, administrators like principals, non-teaching and staff members, and also the alumni and also future employees. So these are the stakeholders who help them to support the school system. And next one is inspiring the school to review and reflect on curricular practices. Like curricular practices means what are the methods they are using, what are the strategies that they are implementing, and also what are the approaches that they are using, and also the curriculum design and the assessment strategies. So promoting the student-centric approach, that is the main thing here. And fostering the culture of openness. Openness means experiences and also the new innovative ideas. And one more thing is transparency. And next one is objectivity in self-assessment. So empowering the schools to be continually involved in systematic self-assessment. That is the main mission of the SQUAF. Over to Akila madam. Good evening, everyone. In SQUAF, we have 7 domains, and in 7 domains we have subdomains, standards, and performance indicators also. The first domain is curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment, and the second one is infrastructure. Third one is human resources. Fourth one is inclusive practices, and the fifth one is management and governance, and the sixth one is leadership. The seventh domain is beneficiary satisfaction. The CBSE given the percentage also. In these 7 domains, overall we have subdomains 48, and the standards we have 84, and the total performance indicators we have 1868. Thank you.
So CBSE SQUAF aims to enhance academic standards and quality, and it improve school infrastructure and resources, strengthen governance and leadership, empower teachers and staff, foster student well-being and inclusivity, and encourage community engagement and partnerships. By implementing SQUAF, CBSE aims to ensure that affiliated schools provide high quality education, meeting the board standards and expectations. Thank you.
Which category we fall in based on as we selected performance indicators. That are 4 levels. Level 1 is inceptive. Inceptive is system is at initial stage. Second level, transient. System is in early constitutive years. Constructive, sorry. Then stable. Third level is stable level. Then system is defined and document people aware of their roles. Then fourth level, dynamic evolving. Governance and leadership exhibits accountability, responsibility, self-evaluation and improvement plans. Thank you.
As you can see, this picture describes a lot of information about SCARF. The SCARF is inclusive means like connecting, involving everything. Here is SCARF is like connecting. We learn lifelong learnings here, and we become confident. Then activity involvement is also being displayed here, and overall the SCARF is defined as a self-assessment. Over to ma'am.
So here I am to conclude. So once again I am stating that SCARF involves self-assessment. So it encouraging the self-evaluation, accountability, collaboration and innovation. So here every school must try to be in the level 4. So that is dynamic evolving, where there will be a constant changing as well as what we can say that progress should be there in the school system. So thank you very much.
Good. Thanks. I'm Carly from Paramita Heritage. Here our these red dupattas is here to present affiliation, school affiliation. So as ma'am said, we have a whole lot of points because to run a school we need a lot of documentation and all. But we will not touch upon everything. But the key points I'm going to point out. Firstly, Shamina ma'am.
Good evening everyone. Schools already affiliated with other boards of school or secondary education with the central board of secondary education are granted affiliation under the different categories, and one-time regular affiliation will be granted to the categories of schools under clause 2.1.1, 2.1.2, 2.1.3 and 2.1.4. The school should have been established by any one of the following entities: government, ministry or department, statutory body, autonomous body, public sector undertaking, local body, any other government body, registered society, registered trust, company registered under Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013. All prior recognition certificates from concerned state education department as per extent, rules and provisions contained in RTE Act 2009. After satisfactory report of inspection and fulfillment of the essential conditions, the board will issue a letter of intent for affiliating the applicant school. Over to Anjali ma'am.
Need not read so much. You can just say recognition certificate or NOC, like that only the major words. Okay. Some more points are here. Admission of students. Admission in the school affiliated to the CBSE shall be without any distinction of a gender, caste and disability or any race. Curriculum and syllabus. Schools should have their own website containing comprehensive information on highlighted areas, whatever we have been doing in our school. And school also should have a physical education teacher to the pupil ratio 1:500. And the primary for the secondary level will be separated. And next, a school must have one special education teacher who has got qualified and who has the RCI certificate, and counselor and wellness teacher also the organization or the school have, and special provisions for innovative schools, and the decision of the board for considering any school under this category shall be final after 3 years of initial stage. Over to Satya.
Good afternoon everyone. My subtopic is CBSE affiliation bylaws. Chapter 5. Basically, these affiliation bylaws clearly state the guidelines that are required for recruiting the teachers. Here we need to know about a body called NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education. So this is a supreme body which determines the minimum qualification that is required for recruitment of teaching and for teachers, principals, vice principals, everybody in the school. Then after that, there is an appropriate government which will also have a say in making these guidelines. So appropriate government means, for example, if the school is directly controlled by central government, then central government is called the appropriate government. Whereas if it is, for example, in the context of our school, we are in a state, Telangana, that has a legislature. So our appropriate government is our state government in that way. And the CBSE guidelines are clearly given in Annexure 7, which clearly tells us the minimum qualifications required for the recruitment. So, after all this, next, finally the school. First is NCTE, next is the appropriate government, and next the school will lay down clearly the recruitment rules which is in lines with the appropriate government. And here all the selections again will be finally approved by the school management committee. And while recruiting any staff member, giving the appointment letter is mandatory, which holds all the important details like terms and conditions of the service, scale, allowances, termination policy, number of leaves, number of teaching periods. All these things will be preserved in the appointment letter, and that will be kept in the service record of the employee. And for all the non-teaching staff also, their qualification certificates with self-attestation should be maintained in their personal registers, and both the service book and the personal register should be very frequently updated. That is, every school there should be one teacher for every 30 students, and 1.5 or 2 teachers per section, excluding principal, PETs and counselor.
One is land requirement for application of the CBSE. The most important is land requirement. So the school or the society or the trust company who are running the school, they should possess these following norms. So the first one is the land should be in a single plot. So here all the land should be in a single plot, or if it is having 2 or more survey numbers, it should be treated as one plot. And next one, and a suitable building should be constructed in the land. And the next one, a proper playground should be constructed. And what are the facilities that are provided by the CBS also should be provided to them. And next one, the school should definitely have a minimum land of 8,000 square meters, and also 8,000 is the minimum, and it should have and CBSE board is able to give permission up to less than 6,000 square meters also. And also the schools who are situated in the municipal authorities and village stage areas, and they should have some land requirement. So the first one we are going to have, so the following land requirement is for 4,000 square meters. So these 4,000 square meters of land is required for the municipal authorities of cities, and also the schools situated in the hilly areas, and also the schools situated in the municipal authorities of the state capital cities, and also schools situated in the northern eastern states, and also in the Jammu and Kashmir. And the schools who are having the municipal authorities of cities, they should have secondary level and the senior secondary level, and the senior and secondary level should have the land area about 2,000 square meters, and senior secondary level they should possess 3,000 square meters. And for the schools mentioned in the above the hilly areas and all these things, they should have the land area of minimum of 1,600 square meters and 2,400 square meters. And the schools which are situated in the hilly areas, they should possess a land area of 2,000 square meters. And the schools which are situated in the hilly stations, so they should have the special arrangement for the sports and the extracurricular activities, so which are to be taken by near the schools and the colleges. And the last one is land ownership. So the land title should be in the name of school and society, and it should possess all the norms of the government, which are issued by the government. And also in the land issuers, they should have this sale deeds. If it is an own one, it should have a sale deed. And if it is a building is a lease, also it should have a lease deed. And if the school is provided with or run by the organization of government, or it also should possess that deed also. And also it should have a minimum of 15 years.
Mostly administrative thing, but still.
తరగతి గది కనీస పరిమాణం 500 చదరపు కిలోమీటర్లు ఉండాలి. సైన్స్ ల్యాబ్, ఫిజికల్ ల్యాబ్ అండ్ ఉండాలి. ఇదే కాకుండా కంప్యూటర్ ల్యాబ్ కనీస పరిమాణం 600 స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ ఉండాలి. పాఠశాలలో కనీసం 20 కంప్యూటర్లు ఉండాలి. దాని వైఫై సరిగ్గా ఉండేలా చూసుకోవాలి. 20 కంటే ఎక్కువ కూడా ఉండేలా చూసుకోవాలి.
Good afternoon everyone. Room for extracurricular activities. Separate rooms for music, dance, arts and sports, etc. or for multi-purpose hall for all other activities. Drinking water. The school will provide adequate facilities for portable drinking water on each floor. Toilets. The school will provide clean, healthy and hygiene toilets on each and every floor for boys and girls. The toilets for the primaries should be separate from other toilets, and there should be separate toilets for staff members, and signboards are mandatory in each and every floor. The school shall provide facilities like ramps in toilets and entry and exit points for wheelchair users and auditory signals in elevators and lifts and playground. And create outdoor facilities for at least 200 meters square and enrollment and section restriction in each class. The optimum number of students shall be 40 in each section and availability of 1 square meter built-up floor area per child in the classroom is an absolute necessity in the school. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So our topic is online registration for teachers training under CBSE. So for following steps are to be followed if you want to register for online teachers training. So the first step is you have to visit www.cbse.gov.in. After that, you have to click on Prashikshan Training. Then you will find that there is another box where it is written that registration for training and certifications. Then you have to click on principal/teachers. Then you have to register for face-to-face or offline capacity building program, and there is also option for online training. So whichever you want, you can click on that. After that, you have to log in as individual participant. Then new registration. Then you have to fill the registration form where you have to fill your personal details as well as school details. So that you have to do. After doing that, you have to click on register here. And in the, by following this process, you are done with the registration. Thank you. Now I will call sir to tell you details about registration in Diksha portal. Sir. Good.
Hello everyone. For Diksha registration, first of all you enter diksha.gov.in. Again you will get a kind of web page, call it as Welcome to Diksha. Click on Register here. After clicking on it, you may get a small window. There you have to enter the name and enter your year of birth. Last we are going to find a small box called as continue. Click on continue. Again we are going to get a new web page. In that different criteria you can see on the web page, like role. In role we can write teacher, state Telangana, district Karimnagar, cluster. And there nearly 4 to 5 options are there. You can click on it. So I entered here Dhangalwada school, Paramita Middle School. Then we have to click on continue. Later we are going to get one more page. In that we have to enter mobile number. We have to enter our password. Once again we have to enter password, that is called as confirmation of password. Then continue. Click on continue. You will get OTP. After getting an OTP, enter the OTP, and finally you are going to get a kind of page successfully registered in Diksha. Name, details, everything will be displayed on that page. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So this is the last topic of us. Most of you are, I know I can see your faces. So we are not going to take much time, but as we all have done a little hard work, so even we want to give our best. So we have taken abbreviations. There are so many abbreviations to know and to list out. So we come up with a few abbreviations. Yeah.
CBSE. Yeah, start that.
CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education.
NCE is an Indian National Level Education Board for private and public schools.
NCERT, National Council of Educational Research and Training.
It is an autonomous organization set up in 1961 by the Government of India to assist and advise the central and state governments on policies and programs for qualitative improvement in schools education.
Digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing.
It is a national platform for school education and initiative of NCERT under the aegis of Ministry of Education.
OASIS, Online Affiliated School Information System.
It is a platform wherein all existing affiliated schools are required to update various mandatory information.
CTEC, Central Teacher Eligibility.
It is an eligibility exam conducted by the CBSE every year.
Okay, enough I think. This is okay.
Good afternoon, madams and teachers. Our topic CWSL. We all generally know about CWSL. What is CWSL? Children with special needs. We all have come up with a special idea. C for concession for candidates compensatory time. C stands for concession for candidates and compensatory time. And circular it is given for the compensation as well as the concession for candidates according to the Act of 2009. W with the stipulated schedule. If we want to register candidates, there is online portal Pariksha Sangram. We enter all the disabilities of the students in the Pariksha Sangram. So then, as per scribe, a candidate is required to assist the disabled candidates. N for need-based, as suggested by experts. This is what an idea we derived. Instead of giving the same abbreviation of CWSL, children with special needs, and request us to go forward.
So here, lack of time, just I am giving just list of disabilities, locomotor disabilities, leprosy cured persons, dwarfism, muscular dystrophy, acid attack victims, blindness, low visions, speech language disability, specific learning disabilities, disabilities caused due to chronic neurological conditions, blood disorder, multiple disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and autism. And now our CBSE given some exceptions to these disabilities. Briefly I am giving number flexibility in choosing subject, relaxation of attendance, exceptions in studying second language, and examination through computers, scribe, examination room on ground floor. When practicals are involved, the theory of the same marks can be provided. Promoting assistive device learning exam, option for skill-based subjects, waiving of registration fees, and question paper in large form. Now I give
Exemptions, concessions extended by the CBSE during secondary class 10 and senior school certificate class 12. So first of all, issuing authority of medical certificate. The medical certificate issued by the following agencies, organizations will be considered for granting concessions to disabled candidates. 16 are permitted to use a scribe or allowed compensatory time as given below. For paper of 3 hours duration, 60 minutes. For paper 2.5 hour duration, 50 minutes. For paper of 2 hour duration, 40 minutes. For paper of 1.5 hour duration, 30 minutes. So for categories of disabilities for which scribe prompter is permissible, please refer to the Annex 3 form. So in case scribe reader is provided by examination center, the qualification of scribe should not be more than the minimum qualification criteria of the examination. In case the candidate is allowed to bring his own scribe, the qualification of the scribe should be one step below the qualification of the candidate taking examination. The person with benchmark discipline opting for own scribe reader should submit the details to the department. Thank you.
Sit. Down. Up. Stand. Sit. You know how you have to train your brain? It's so hard, isn't it? Clap hands once again for yourself. And when I say big, up, down, small, big, big, small, big, big is small, sir. Right, big is small, small, up, sit, stand, clap hands for yourself.
Seated is being started. It is an initiation taken by Ministry of Education, Government of India in 2011 to give a society a good quality teachers by conducting an examination. So they named that examination to be the Central Teacher Eligibility Test, and the responsibility of conducting this examination is being given to CBSE, the most entrusted format. Central Board of Secondary Education is going to conduct this CTET. Okay? So it is very clear on the chart that is the conducting body of this examination is CBSE, and this is started in 2011. Who started this? Who have given the directions for this is NCTE. National Council for Teacher Education has given some set of rules. Okay? Has given some set of rules for the eligibility criteria to write this examination. Exam name is seated, and we have started. We have started it in an offline mode, and it is being now conducted in online mode. As the technology is increasing day by day, we are in a rapid progress, and this examination is now being conducted in online mode. The examination duration is 150 minutes, that is 2.5 hours or 2.5 hours, and the type of questions is MCQs, multiple choice questions. 150 questions will be given. 150 questions will be given, and that 150 questions is being divided into groups. 30 questions will be given on child development and pedagogy, and most important aspect is that this exam is being conducted in 2 papers only. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is for elementary, that is primary stage. Paper 1 is primary stage 1 to 5, and elementary stage is for 6 to 8. 6, 7, 8. This is given under section 23. This is given under section 23, and the eligibility criteria and these things will be explained by my friend Mr. Vijay.
Thank you, Philip sir. And as I say, the eligibility criteria will be decided by NCTE. Coming to the eligibility criteria, we will depend on 4 stages. One is nationality, educational qualification, age limit, and number of attendance. So coming to that, nationality, of course Indian, but those who came migrated means over to India 1st January before 1962. Okay, before 1960, settled in before 1962, also eligible for CTET. Okay, then educational qualification, and coming to that, education qualification divided into paper 1 and paper 2. So coming to the paper 1, so we have senior secondary means 10 plus 2 with 50%, and D we called as the diploma in education. So DA, DEL, ED, special education in diploma, all under, all we consider. So 10 plus 2 or DA or DEL, ED or special education. Also eligible for paper 1. And coming to the paper 2. So graduation. So those who completed their graduation with 3 years and 4 years or 4 years, any other, with the B.Ed. So Bachelor of Education, okay, with 2 years. Or grad, sir, can be a senior second, senior 10 plus 2. They have qualification 10 plus 2. Are eligible for paper 2, also eligible when they have 4 years B.Ed course. Bachelor Elementary Education. 4 years have and 10 plus 2. Also eligible for paper 2. And next, coming to that. So next, coming to the next age limit and number of buttons, I will pass to Pratisha ma'am.
So surprisingly, the validity of CTET result will be for a lifetime, and there is no limit for the number of attempts that you make. The CTET is a qualifying nature where the general cutoff is 90 out of 150, that is 60%. For SC, ST and OBC, it is 82 out of 150, that is 55%. Age limit is, minimum it is 18 years and maximum there is no limit, it is still lifetime. So you can apply whenever you want, even if you are 90, 99, that is no matter.
Thank you, Pratisha. So according to the subsection 1 of section 23 of Right to Education Act, any person possessing such minimum qualification as laid by the academic authority authorized by central government by notification shall be eligible for appointment as a teacher.
I'm going to speak about syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is for those who are intending to teach for the classes 1 to 5, and it has 5 subjects, and each subject has 30 marks each. So it sums up to be 150 marks, and first subject will be child development and pedagogy, and which discusses about child psychology for the ages 6 to 11 years, and language 1 and language 2, and this is of the person's choice. And language 1 is about medium of instruction, and language 2 is about comprehension abilities as well as communication. And next one is maths, and other subject is environmental studies, which is EVS, and each of them has 20 marks each. And coming to paper 2, it has 4 subjects, and first subject is same as that one, which is child development and pedagogy. And here the age group changes, right? As the person intends to teach for the classes 6, 7, 8, and the child psychology also pertains to the age group of 6 to 11 to 14 years. And coming to language 1 and language 2, both of these subjects comprise weights 30 marks each, which is same as paper 1. And here paper 4 has 60 marks, and this paper 4 it has maths and science or social studies. If you choose maths and science, that has 60 marks. Otherwise, social, which has 60 marks. Thank you. And it will be continued by others.
We are now open for questions. Any questions?
Why should you write CTET?
So we'll have.
Get entrance in CBSE schools like Kendriya Vidyalaya and Navodaya schools. Entrance in
What happened nowadays?
If we qualified in this exam, we will be getting into like entrance test, right? Yes, ma'am. Eligible to write the test.
It is not sure that if you qualify CTET and go to a government school and get CTET qualified, you will not be given a job. It is just an eligibility criteria to apply for the government job under central schools. If you are not Indian, there is no chance. Regarding this, our sir will speak.
If you are not Indian, you have to settle in India before 1962. And pass them before 1962.
Otherwise, am I not eligible?
No. Sure.
Please check already.
But whatever you write there, you are responsible for that.
Yeah, sure. That's why we are asking for
Next book.